Well, that was disturbing.
Jake, that was awesome.
Well, hey, everybody. Hopefully the image of whatever that was at the end didn't scare you away. Welcome to PDQ Live. We're doing PDQ and A.
I don't know how that got in there.
Okay.
No, we can't tell you about it because we like this reaction. That's why.
All right, so PDQ and A, because it is Patch Tuesday. Let's just focus on Patch Tuesday, shall we?
Yes, please.
All right.
Some things in life you can never unsee.
That's one of them.
Wow.
Seriously, someone needs to tell me who put that in the intro because I'm kind of angry about it.
Well, I have a note from you in Slack that says
submit it.
I'm working on the intro for the webcast, so I have my suspicions.
Yeah, we have documented evidence.
Welcome to PDQ and A, everyone.
Let's just change the subject.
Let's do you want to talk about what happened past Tuesday, or do you just want
Yes,
to go to
please.
questions?
What
Yeah,
happened?
go ahead.
It wasn't a bad one overall. 64, 66, one of those. Total exploits, 10 critical. 4 were already actively used, which isn't ideal, but most of those were hard to use, like they needed physical access to the
Okay.
machine.
Sure.
Like most of the high-rated ones, there weren't a lot that were throwing stuff around or that were network accessible. A lot of them required you to be either the user to click on a link or go to a bad server, or they had to have physical access to the machine. So overall, it felt like a light Patch Tuesday, other than the 4 already actively being.
Yeah. That's not great.
That's totally fine.
Anything else?
That's pretty much it.
No. Yeah, pretty mild. All things considered. Well,
All right,
should we do this
questions.
thing?
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Okay, so we have team Jordan and Brig. Do you guys have a name for your team?
Yeah, Jordan.
Team
Brigg.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay, Team Jordan.
We can just go with Team Jordan.
All right, and
I'm
then
only a guest of Jordan's.
and
I
then
have so many names. It could be Team Bragg. Team Bragg is awesome.
Well, it says Team Jordan on the name tag.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
because I didn't know Brig was staying.
Yeah,
I
we're
could
gonna-
change that at any moment.
we're gonna go with that.
Am I keeping score?
Yeah, let's keep score. And also,
All right,
you
let me
can
pull that
bring, don't forget, you can bring in your SmartDeploy questions, even SimpleMDM questions if you have them, deploy, inventory, everything, because we've got Glenn here, who's our SmartDeploy expert, Tara and Josh, I think. Y'all know SimpleMDM pretty well. So.
I'll pretend.
Yeah,
at
there we
least.
go. So
Kelly.
let's...
Kelly,
Yeah.
we call Glenn. Glenn's on our team.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Glenn's his own team.
Glenn's his own team.
Glenn's on Team Josh.
I was gonna say I thought I was Team Glenn, but I'm happy to join with you.
No,
He's on our team,
Yeah,
Josh.
whatever.
It's
No, you're on the board as Team Glenn.
It's up to
We are gonna
JJ.
answer
Technically-
questions at some point, right?
All right. Oh, team audience as well. Marcel wants to do that.
Yeah, I'll do
okay,
Team
yeah.
Audience.
Well, then we lose.
All right, let's do this thing. Do you have any further news to share about the cloud-based PDQ solution? We're looking at vendors such as Action One for an RMM product and would love to have PDQ on the table. Sincerely, Billy Z.
I mean, it's in the closed beta. There are actual customers that are using it and giving us feedback right now. I don't know if we have a set date when we're going to move out of that, but progress has definitely been made, and I like it.
We use it internally. So our internal IT team is using it. I think it's fantastic. And yeah, it's a closed beta, hopefully moving to an open beta soon.
TM.
Well, and how do we define soon?
TM.
Soon is like not too far away, but not too close.
I would say that probably handily quarter 1,
Yeah. In fact,
One of next year.
and earlier in quarter 1 than later.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
And
don't want to specifically say a month, but yeah.
We've got him on the webcast, though, right? In 2 weeks?
yeah,
we do.
we're actually going to have
Yeah.
a product update coming in 2 weeks. So we'll have the development team out here. They'll be able to better answer your questions. But again, to Briggs' point, I don't know if we're to the point yet where we're putting a hard and fast date to things. We can give you kind of generalities because we are getting very, very close to things.
Yeah.
I'll say things.
I've been using it, and I haven't broken it yet, so that's a good sign.
I haven't either.
If we guarantee a date, do we finally get to see Angry Mark?
No.
No, I don't think so.
You don't want to see
Brig.
Mark Bigfield.
Can we set a date? Can we set a date to set a date?
Oh, I think the date is in 2 weeks, is when they will probably dial into that date.
Wait, it's not 2 weeks. Someone just reminded us 2 weeks is Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, yeah.
This is December 1st will be our
Okay.
product webcast.
Oh, that's right.
December 1st. Sorry.
At least someone's paying attention. That's good.
Thank
So
you.
we'll have a hard and fast date by then. Is that right?
I'm not going to commit to that.
All right.
But we'll have people
So-
that can answer more of those questions.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Stay
myself
tuned
is
for
pretty
that answer, I suppose, on December 1st.
Indeed. Continuing on.
Okay.
It's a long non-answer.
As a long non-answer, but well done.
Yeah, do I give points to?
No one gets points.
All right.
Okay, so this is not so much a question, but a reminder that Kerberos and that logon security hardening starts with patches this month. Craig M. He just wanted to.
Great
pass
call
it on.
out.
What? So I'm a little clueless on what the Kerberos and NetLogon hardening is. Can you explain, or someone can explain?
I have no idea.
Just general overall security hardening so it's an aim to mitigate things like Mimikatz and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Like further along that path of like past the hash, those type of vulnerabilities, just let's start making those a non-issue, period.
So we're not sending over hashes and or plain text passwords and things like that in the network anymore.
All right, so
Depends on everybody's network, but to continue to harden your security posture, to do the next things that are recommended, the first step is apply this month's patch.
Okay.
I think the audience gets a point for that because he was letting us know of something that was happening. It was
Yeah, I
not a
already gave
question.
him a
It was a hey guys,
Long
know
ago.
this.
I
Okay.
agree.
Next question.
Kind of a follow-up from Bill. Also regarding PDQ Connect, will you be including remote control in the agent? That's a feature I really like.
Oh, me too, Bill. Me too. Brig, do you know if they are?
I don't know.
I agree. We need that.
well, it's tough to say because the beta that's out there isn't the final result of features that will be in there. So I don't think that a remote option is currently in there for the beta. I just don't know if it's on the roadmap for the future of the product.
It's definitely not in the beta.
Yeah, not in the beta. And definitely like all of these things like, oh, I really like this. I really like that. They're all options in the future. Now, where they come in the timeline, that's the question, right?
Yep. And really, that's kind of up to you, in some sense.
All right.
So when the beta opens up, they should put it in the, do you have a request? Because there's a pop-up that pops up every 5 seconds. Put it in there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's dive into another one. If I have a deploy package and step 1 is scan, step 2 is install, if a member of collection, do I need a step 1 OS?
10 seconds.
10 seconds? I'm like, wait a
10
second.
seconds.
A step in between to allow membership to update, or does PDQ Deploy know to wait for membership update between steps?
It wouldn't hurt to have. I think even if it's not showing on your inventory yet, the database should be updating quick enough that it shouldn't matter. But I have heard from people where the sleep is not a bad idea.
Yeah. Like all other questions, the answer is it depends.
As a default, you shouldn't need it, but as a safeguard, it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
10 seconds is more than sufficient, right?
Yeah.
Right on. So that's a
Brandon,
Good,
we
seems
never
like-
forget the help desk people. Never.
And Tim McCabe has actually chimed in on this. He says if you have a larger number of devices that are scanning, you will need a longer sleep step.
I guess that makes sense, yeah, because if you're scanning a lot, there's a lot of updating to go through.
A big it depends.
Yeah.
Yep.
very well. Moving on.
Hey guys, we are switching to LAPS, but some machines don't have LAPS passwords yet. Is it possible to try LAPS first, then a second account if LAPS does not exist for scanning and deploy? Craig?
Short answer is no, there's not a way to try one and then another. But what you could do instead is in inventory, if you start setting passwords per machine, right? You select the scan user for a single or multiple groups of computers. That is then the password that will be used for that machine to scan. So when we bounce back over to deploy, when we want to deploy something, we can tell it to use the inventory scan user credentials first. So you can set credentials per machine. So if you're rolling out laps to an OU at a time or groups at a time, go set laps as the scan user there, and then you can still deploy to everything, and it will use the individual credentials per machine that you target.
Cool.
Right on. That's a Josh point if I ever saw one.
Woohoo!
It is. Can
Okay.
I pause this for a second? Well, I'm trying to get framing right on here, and it's hard to do with 4 people.
Oh, Josh is good.
But
Look,
can we
it
have?
looks amazing.
There we go.
Well, Tara, you're not able to be seen at all. Can we
And
go over
I
to
don't really
Tara?
need to be.
It's okay. I mean,
We just need to see
Yeah, it's
Josh.
fine.
We're good.
yeah, to get
Yeah.
them both in frame would be they'd be.
Oh
sitting
no, I
on
mean
the
not
lap.
on this. Not on this one. On the other shots though. When we do camera 2 and 3.
Well,
Oh, yeah, right there.
Tara,
Yeah.
can you move over to your left a little bit?
Slide over.
yes, I'll tell you the problem though,
just
JJ. It's this huge post that's in the way just for future. I have to like straddle the post. That's the issue.
Oh, on the desk. Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
How's that?
I mean, we'll get you a saw. We'll have you. just
Yeah,
call
you.
button that
I'm
thing.
just going to tell you, you
We'll have you
never
call
want to
button
hand
that.
me a saw ever.
I think
Don't.
it'd be fun.
Don't
Well,
do that.
I'm far enough away that it's not going to affect me. So.
Okay, who's going to take me to the ER? Just get ready.
All right, let's
That's not gonna be-
let's continue with questions.
No, hold on. One more though, Greg. I need you to move over just a little bit to your.
Oh, they're going to snuggle, Josh.
Right.
Look.
There we go. I'm sorry, Jordan.
Jordan looks
This
so
is
happy.
snuggle right here.
He looks so happy.
Now we can continue on. Unless you want a point update.
Oh, sure, why not? Let's just.
All right. We've got
no
Team
other
Jordan
questions at this
with 1. Team keep asking your questions. Team Jash, I think that was on the sign, right? With 1.
Yeah.
And Team Audience with 1.
Great. Okay.
Sorry.
Finally,
Yeah,
continuing
let's
on.
go ahead now. Yeah. With a question that I should have moved to the end. What are your top picks for holiday gifts for sysadmins this year? Sincerely, Aaron.
Paycheck.
Quiet time.
Can I get like a certificate to get me out of any holiday themed crap without getting pushback from people?
No.
Because if I could get that as a gift, oh,
A good bottle of bourbon.
Hey, Brig, I was thinking of getting you a verified check mark on Twitter. Would you appreciate that? My Apex a month.
How many
That would be
months?
$8
The
well
new
spent.
horse armor.
Get out of jail
love that
free
one.
card. That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along. When an app shows up in PDQ inventory scan, but it doesn't appear in the apps list or control panel programs list, where should I look for it? Chris H.
Here we go.
my guess is Apex packages.
Could be that. Another place that can kind of point you in the direction of where that might be is this registry path of where it's actually in, right? So like we can see teams here is for this SID. You might be able to track that back to a user, right? You can see where they're actually at, the Hive, then the uninstall path that they're in. So you can see teams here is for the user Quintana as a per user install. So that might be why you're not seeing it in the individual as your other users list of apps.
Yeah, Teams in particular is an Apex one. It's one. So if you wanna, I'm just
Drive
on the
away,
mouse
sir.
from you. All right. So if on the computer, or you can run PowerShell scanner, you just want to make sure you run it as a logged on user. Just to get dash Apex package. So if we run just that, it's going to give you a whole bunch. That is all software that's most likely not going to install, but it's stuff that will be put in there. Teams in particular, if you're looking to get rid of Teams, that's a whole
That's a whole other ball
whole
of
process.
wax.
That's going to go overboard on the question, but I'm happy to answer that one because I just removed it from my home computer, and it was delightful to see it gone.
Till the next feature upgrade.
Oh no, won't come back.
You figured out how to get rid of it forever and always? That
Yeah.
sounds like a video, Jordan.
Pay me money.
Jordan's monetizing that one.
All right, moving on.
Hey folks, is there a limit of the number of machines a PDQ server can handle before having issues? Or as long as it has lots of CPU and RAM, can it handle as many as we want? Sincerely, Mike B.
This is Josh's famous, it depends.
It does use SQLite, which has its limitations, so there probably is a hard cap somewhere.
Trillions.
Yeah. Yeah, but it depends, right? Like you throw a bunch of CPU, you throw a bunch of RAM at stuff. Okay, well then you've got network bottlenecks, you've got disk IO bottlenecks, you've got actual thread bottlenecks. How often are you scanning? How many machines are you scanning? What is the depth of the scan? How big is it? And how much data is it returning? There's just so many variables. It's hard to say, oh, this is the number. I'm putting my finger at it.
Very well. So another, it depends.
A lot of those going on.
Yeah.
Jordan, look at
I can
the
tell you
phone.
the most crowded SmartDeploy console that I'm aware of has 80,000 clients connected to it.
80,000.
Wow.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of clients.
I would want to hit reimage on all of them all at once just to see what happened.
The thing about having a giant red button just makes you want
Probably
to
need to
press
find
it.
another job.
It's fine.
I think your resume pops up.
Totally worth it.
It's like, here's your resume.
Our poll
Put
is
that on the
complete.
last week's episode. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago that we did the possible resume generating event horror stories?
Those 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was 2
Yeah,
weeks
2 weeks
ago, I think.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween special.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
All right, next up for bids here. Any updates to when the agent beta will open up to more of us? James D.
Well, I thought they.
Yeah, we already answered this,
Yeah, we
but
answered it.
just to kind of reiterate again, like the anticipation is Q1 of next year, and probably earlier rather than later.
And then the first week of December, we're going to have probably better idea.
Yeah, so tune in then. Will we actually have the product leader talk about that?
JJ, is the reiteration still a point? Since it is a separate question.
Yeah, I gave it to Team Jordan.
Thanks.
I like
All right.
You're welcome.
it. Really
Nice.
carrying us here.
Low-hanging fruit on that one, guys.
Well, no, I think your teams deserves a point. If you're able to remove teams like for all time and eternity, that's a point.
That is impressive. I mean, that deserves one right there, just because.
All right. Well, we're taking the question. I'll start type out. It's pretty quick. We'll just take the next question.
Domain and isolated network connected to PDQ Deploy server. Why can't isolated clients be targeted from Technician console, but works great directly from the server? Boris A.
Classic Boris.
I'm trying to unpack that question.
Okay, here is my take on that question, is that you've got a local and an isolated, and the client is on the isolated and the central server is on that, so there's a connection between those two. But the central server doesn't talk to the isolated, which kind of makes sense to me. Because you're doing all the work on the central server.
Yes. So, yeah.
Is that the right way to frame it?
I think that's the right way to frame it. I think make sure that you're in server mode and that you don't have technician consoles in local mode, that they're actually in client mode and the servers in server. So you're actually, because all work is executed from central server.
Yep.
Anything in client mode is just a control mechanism.
Yeah, so you could probably test that either way. So if you have that technician console in local mode and it works, then you're probably not in server mode. And if you have server mode and it does not work, then that means that you've got the isolated on there because all the work's getting done. So then you would know.
Yep.
Yep.
Is that Team Brig?
Just like that, you're done.
Yeah.
Could we get 1 point
No.
each for that? That was pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's probably. We can split that point.
Cool.
All right.
So
Yeah.
We only do an
0.5 each?
integer, so you each get a point. Nah, we'll give one each.
Full points. All right. Depending on who answers the question, it's either Team Brig or Team Jordan, right?
If everyone gets a point, no one gets a point, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Can we show the monitor real quick, the screen? All right. Line 1 is you're grabbing just the Apex package for Teams. I just put Teams in quotes with asterisks by it. You can swap that up. And then we're piping that into our move. The all users does not exist in all versions of Windows. So there's a good chance that this is only going to remove it as the currently logged on user.
Okay.
But you want to run this as a logged in user. But in later versions of Windows, they do add all users for the remove instead of just for the get. So that should work. This next one is the Apex provisions package. This is what keeps Teams in there for every time a new user logs on or every time there's a feature update. The provision package is what reinstalls it. So we're going in there, going online, specifying the display name Microsoft Teams, and then you want to remove package online. Run those two, and it should not come back.
So does that also get the Teams machine-wide installer that comes as
So
part
this is
of...
for the local one that we saw within our thing, that shows up by default.
Okay.
The Teams-wide installer, at least it has the uninstaller, that you should be able to get rid of that, but that's a different install. This is for the per user that we saw in our application list.
Okay, gotcha.
Russell's asking if you can share that.
Yeah.
It will be shared.
With fire.
Okay, next question. This is to break up the nerd blah blah monotony, I suppose. How is the general autumn mood in PDQ?
Let's
Marcel.
have Tara hop in on this
Oh
one.
my
Yeah.
gosh, it is magical. Can't you see? Imagine Snow White here.
It's a split bag, right? I think this set is a very clear indication of that. There's this half, and there's that half.
Well, I did take a walk to go look at the foliage.
No, actually, the facility is so cute, you guys. They have decorated it so well, I think.
Yeah, if
Don't
we
you
had
think?
cameras
do.
outside of this studio in like the lobby and in the general cafe area, there's lots of pumpkins and overall they kind of went all out this year.
They did. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, I got to give big kudos to Chase. He helped decorate and buy a lot of that stuff. So well
did.
done. Well done.
Yeah, we also need to like play some footage of Chase's haunted house that he made on the third floor.
Yes.
Amazing.
I have the footage. I will get it uploaded for next time, but
Yes.
y'all need to see what he did. 'cause
Yeah,
it was
Chase-
real good.
fantastic.
Amazing. Yeah.
Everybody's asking for that footage, so definitely get it out.
Yeah, I got it for you. I'll get it for you. So, yeah, the general autumn mood is like you said, pretty split, right?
What did he say? Another word I don't know. Split?
Split.
Is that?
Like split in half.
Oh,
It's
Yeah, it's
I
a
thought it was
term
another
the kids
word
are
I didn't know
using.
what it
You're
meant.
good.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel
you
very
could,
autumnal.
you could split it right down the middle.
Autumnal?
Autumnal.
Autumnal. Okay. I like that word. All right. Next question. Any plans to add Windows Virtual Desktop into PDQ package library? Riva 73.
So it's hard to give a yes or no on that one because it always comes down to licensing. Are we allowed to distribute or not before we can even dive into that? So if it's one that you want, I think we have a channel where you can put in the request, but whether we can do it or not doesn't always come down to our desire to, but whether we
Yeah.
get permission.
So it's does the EULA allow it, and how popular is it? Those are the two factors that drive it mostly.
Middle road down there is package templates.
Yeah.
So we could always construct one.
Yep.
Just bring your own media.
Nice.
Okay. Next question.
Wait, I don't know who to give the points to that one for. Is that Team Josh?
Yeah, it's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these have been like the whole desk is a team.
Yeah. I mean, and when everyone's special, no one is.
Yeah.
Special.
That's good. I haven't felt special in my life, so this is right.
It plays right along.
Yep. Following the theme. All right. Do you have any idea on the pricing for cloud-based PDQ? Asking for a friend for budgets. Matt V.
I know competitive, but it's not a number I'm going to throw out there because I like employment.
It's a good call.
Yeah, actually, that remains largely undecided at this point. But Jordan is correct that it is competitive. And I might just add, as a personal aside, off the record, even though it's completely on the record, highly competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Hang on one second.
Fair enough. Yep.
Okay. Having trouble with my questions.
No probs. No probs.
I've got questions.
Go ahead.
No.
Post them. Okay. Next question. Anyone else having issues with the latest Zoom package? Alex N.
Are you?
Who doesn't have issues with Zoom? Raise your hand.
Just generally?
It's like
Yeah.
maybe the one thing I don't have issues with.
Really?
Yeah, weirdly.
I didn't catch anything in the Slack when we were doing the QA. So if there is an issue or something we're not aware of, so please let us know. We might need to look into that. But for our testing when we were doing that, I didn't hear of anything.
Yeah.
I tend to. Oh, go ahead, Josh.
I was going to say, the only problems that I have with the latest Zoom package is we have conference room systems. And the latest Zoom package there was a nightmare. But on the PC side, totally fine.
For you.
I'm going to deploy it right after this.
So that's another person that's confirming it. We should probably talk. We will inquire.
Oh,
I tend to have way more issues with Teams meetings than I do with Zoom meetings. But I don't know.
Kelly, you don't count in this conversation.
Also, can we, other than issues, can we get more context other than having issues, like in the chat maybe, that help us nail it
Yeah,
down?
there's
Yeah.
a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the chat, we're not going to be able to. I think just send in a ticket.
Or
Yeah.
that's fine. Either way, I can watch the chat. Either way is fine.
Speaking of issues, I have really unstable internet, and I didn't catch who answered that last question. So
It was Josh. Josh did it. It was totally Josh.
all right.
I'm not going to argue with how long Tara is.
Just pet
I need
Josh.
I need a moderator on this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Give it to him.
All right, we'll do it.
Also, a follow-up to the previous question, our product guru has chimed in. He says, we're aiming to share pricing for PDQ Connect on the December 1st webcast.
Excellent.
So there you go.
So that's 3 weeks from today.
Your calendars.
Indeed.
I'll be there.
Look
All
at
right.
you doing math.
Next question. Are we ready?
Yep.
We're winding down. We've got a few left here. Any plans to include a Webview 2 package in the package library? WebEx is starting to require it now, but having a separate package would be nice. Tim M.
I'm not
Is
aware
that
of
the
the
next
licensing
Flash?
on that. Yeah, is that kind of like a Flash error thing? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Tim, will you do me a
ActiveX.
favor and submit a ticket to support@pdq.com and just say like, hey, listen, I asked this during the webcast about Webview 2 and just wondering if we can get a package for it and we can look at the EULA on that.
And if it's like a dependency and it does pass EULA, could we include it in the same package so it's not two separate ones?
Yep. I mean, if WebEx is kind of...
I can tell you
requiring
Microsoft's documentation for WebView 2 specifically says that you can distribute it along with your own packages. So
beautiful.
that's at least a good sign. We'll obviously want to read the specific verbiage on that to be sure.
Yep. Excellent.
But still, definitely submit that ticket, though.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think Glenn gets that point, doesn't he?
Glenn's on our team.
How does he know that you love on top of his head?
No, Glenn is on his own
Google.
team.
Oh, the Google.
Glenn is the algorithm. He is Google.
He effortlessly
Wait,
memorizes
hold on.
EULAs.
The question was not about the EULA. The question was about whether we could include that as a package. So EULA point, yes, but for actually answering the question, that's Team Jordan all the way.
Don't you have enough
Well, that
points?
is-
Can't Glenn
No.
have a point?
We're losing
Oh, okay.
significantly.
I'm
I
I'm
like
not
this
winning,
side of bread.
so.
I like it.
I'm going to defer.
You're actually not losing.
Oh,
That's why I'm going to defer to JJ as the judge on that one.
Even if I don't give you a point for this one, which
You're not winning, but you're not losing.
I'll give you a point once you answer it. Once you get that ticket,
that works.
JJ, there can only be so many tallies.
Okay. you get a future point. No, you get a point in the future. It's not there yet. It's hanging in the ether.
Okay, another question. Come on.
All right.
Gotta win this.
Okay. Is there a way to launch an app, for example, a custom message box with deploy, and not wait for it to complete? This is so we can have a persistent item while other tasks continue. Craig M.
I'm trying to think of a way to do it, to have it persist. Like a message box.
We did with PowerShell, we built a message box where they had to say that they were free to have the download before it go off, but have the message pop up. In PowerShell, you can have something pop up where it's like in its own loop while it continues on, and then once the loop, but then how does it know when to go back to it? That is a complex question that I'm sure is possible with PowerShell, but not that I can answer without, I'll be honest, Google.
Yeah.
As I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, what is the concluding event that actually closes the window?
So if you do pop-up box with PowerShell, when you hit a button, it does send out a result, and you can capture that into a variable. So you can have it say, wait for this variable to not be null
Okay.
at the bottom of it. So basically, so it goes to the end, but then it's going to stop there. And then once the variable is no longer, so it's basically try until the variable is not null. But the issue is having it continue on. Like you have to run it almost as a job.
Yeah.
The message box is a job, and then at the end, it waits for the variable to not be null for whatever captured in there. Like
To keep it persistent.
Yeah.
Other than the user being able to just click OK and like kill a thread.
Yeah, so it's possible. It's not simple.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty close to a Jordan point. Yeah.
I gave all of the framework for it. I just can't type it out live.
It's true.
What about the doing a Windows toast could be a way to prompt and have it persist?
Yeah, and there is some built-in modules for Toast. I think Burnt Toast is the one that's used a lot, and you can even add custom images to that.
But I don't know that would persist.
Or if you're waiting, if that box you need to capture the results from it. I don't know if Toast notification is good for that.
All right.
Okay, got a couple more left
All
here.
right.
Can we add PDQ installers to the package library for updating other technicians each time the server updates? Kevin B.
For some reason, this is burned into my memory of why we didn't do this, and I don't remember why.
I don't remember either.
But I remember that there was a reason, and then once it was explained to me, I was like, "Oh yeah."
That sounds like a no.
Yeah.
It has to do with how it installs and the install parameters, if I remember correctly. Does that jog your memory at all?
Maybe because we wouldn't be able to determine in which scenario it would be used. It was no, I don't remember.
I thought it had something to do with the executable and the way that we actually install software, which was completely different than how we would install a package. I
So
don't
it's
remember that.
no because reasons.
What was the? Oh, sorry. What? Can you pull that question back up again?
I think it's no because
Yeah,
Josh
one
says
sec.
so.
Why don't we?
Okay, go ahead.
So I know our initial install we require credentials and everything, but if you're updating, it doesn't require any of that.
Doesn't require no.
And you can rip the MSI out of the executable.
Or even if not, if we just look at what the silent parameters are, you could still. I mean,
It's /S.
Yeah. There's nothing special about the install.
I'm not sure what a capital slash is.
You know what I meant.
That's the lowercase letter.
Oh, he's sassy with all that coffee.
Oh, this is gonna bug me for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go dig through the Slack archives.
Should we ask for another ticket?
Yeah.
This is our best not answer so far.
See who can come up with the
I'm giving
answer first, Josh or Sid?
Oh, Sid's gonna win.
No, well, that's a contest now.
Oh, no, actually, Sid's in New York City, so Sid's not going to win.
Oh, okay, you got it, Josh.
Sid still might win.
Last question.
Hold up.
Did we wait?
Actually, we have two.
Let's put the. If we get the answer to that, Josh, send it my way. I'm going to put it in the description.
Okay.
Or Kelly, you can put it in the description
Yep.
with the timestamp on it.
Nice.
I am very interested to know that particular one.
All right.
Let's see. Hang on here. All right. Is there a way to initiate and add computers network discovery via the command line for PDQ Deploy? Use case for this are VPN connected workstations, which can change IPs. Derek K.
I guess could it be done? Sure, but adding computers via network discovery, are you then removing them? Because you add them by network discovery, it goes out, grabs them by IP, then stores them as a fully qualified domain name. So from that point forward, everything that inventory does is going to be based off of that domain name, not the IP address.
I think that's what he wanted because he said the IP changes. Wasn't that in the question? Did I misread the question?
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
but his computers are going to remain the same, right? So I have 10 computers that are coming in occasionally via VPN. So I hit a network discovery. Their computers ABCD. They added now as ABCD, not their IP. So you'd be adding duplicates over and over and over again,
Oh,
and it
I
would just
see.
be
You'd have a
merging those
conflict.
because their host name would be the same.
Look, do we have a command line? I'm looking through the command line options for inventory now. Do we actually have one for running network discovery though? Because he's wondering if you could do it from command line. I don't think there is.
Yeah, we don't. But I'd be more curious to know the use case around, why you'd want that in the command line, right? Because once you add them, they're in there by FQDN.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hit it up in the support ticket. I'm happy to look at that one. I want to answer that one.
All right. We ready
No
for
point game today.
No point. Final question. We ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. What does everyone want for Christmas? Mike B. Ooh. I'm assuming he's a wealthy philanthropist and willing to give
Mike,
us
you gonna
whatever.
send it?
Ooh.
Mike, I'm looking
Send our
for a new
address.
vinyl player this year, so send it my way.
Yeah, I'll take the same thing.
I don't know. I haven't actually
Just
thought
send
about
vinyl
it.
I haven't
players all
thought
around.
about it either.
Meaning? A sense of purpose?
World peace.
I take.
Like just a sense of belonging in a cold and empty universe?
I really wish I could zoom in on Briggs' face right now.
I take 10 happy years with my wife.
Okay.
10 more?
Additional?
I mean, yeah, tack on another 10. I'm waiting for her to figure out that she's out of my league, but I think I'm in think we're in the clear at this point.
I do have a legitimate answer. Not that that's
Statute
not
of
legitimate.
limitations
I think
is
that's
What's your
great.
answer? Let's
I
hear
think
it,
that's
Greg.
great. I think that's great. I've met your wife. Just love her. But like, as far as like an actual gift goes, so I went over to a friend's house a couple of weeks ago, and he had twinkly lights, and that's with a Y. And they're an Italian company, and they create little LED lights. And normally I don't like LED lights because of the refresh rate, and I don't like the colors and everything like that. Yeah. But they have done an amazing job with these. And you can create curtains, and you take a picture of the actual lights with your phone and their app, and then you can either draw on it or you can map it out, and it does like you can have it go to music. They are amazing. Like they dim, they like do 16 million colors a piece, and they are amazing.
It sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really
cool.
really cool. Yeah, so that is what I want for Christmas.
I'll have one.
Twinkly lights.
Yeah.
We'll put some stuff up in the studio.
I do
That's
have
all
a couple
you.
of sets I should bring in and kind of.
should.
We could do cluster
Yeah, we could.
along
Let's
this.
decorate the desk.
Okay,
with it.
yeah, I'll bring them in
On it.
and show it. Yeah,
Work
it's
with
very
Chase.
I'm on it.
Cool. I'll help you out. Cool.
I was just saying I
decorate
need more
together.
decorations in my life. So this is great.
Yes, exactly. Glenn, what do you have any special thing you want for Christmas?
I can tell you, since we're not traveling this year, the one thing I plan to spend extravagantly on is Taylor Swift concert tickets.
There you go.
You're a T-Swift guy.
Yeah,
T-Swizzle.
Oh, totally. Yeah, she's coming to town in July. It'll be the first time I've ever seen her live. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Right.
Nice.
Nice.
Love it.
The more you know gift just went off in my head.
I know. I love that, Glenn.
Tara, did you say yours?
I obviously want a big snuggle from Jordan,
Oh, okay.
but since that'll never happen, I want one of those super soft blankets.
Oh,
What are
yeah,
they
the
called?
Minky
Yeah.
Couture.
Okay.
I can say this because my wife never watches this webcast. I have one of those for her in the trunk of my car right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Early purchase.
This is going to be the one day she's like, I wonder what
I know.
what my husband does. Oh, well,
Oops. Oh, there we go.
Right on.
I think that is it.
Josh didn't say?
I
Oh, you
don't know.
didn't?
I haven't put really any thought into it.
Oh, just to answer the question again, it's the twinkly lights. TWINKLY. So if you just do like
why?
twinkly LED like app controlled lights in the Google, it will come up with the result.
Twinkly.
Yeah,
All right.
it's like it's a really bad logo. It's like a little star, and it's not
Good product though.
they spent
Great product.
They spent more time on their technology
Yeah.
than they did their marketing, which
Yeah.
is a good sign.
They outsourced the marketing to somewhere else.
Very well.
Does Russell say I have a house in Rhode Island? Because I'm pretty excited.
No, he says TS Taylor Swift.
That's me.
Oh.
Oh.
Could have been
Oh, yeah.
close.
All right,
All right.
you guys want a point? You guys want the tally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us a tally.
All right, audience with 1, Glenn with Team Glenn, I should say. Team audience 1, Team Glenn 2, and then Team Jordan and Team Josh. Can you guess who won?
Josh.
Jordan.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Tie.
yes.
Who won?
Jordan was 7. Yep, that's it. That's the show. No, team,
But you didn't.
team
you didn't
Jordan.
actually
Team
say.
Jordan
But we're gonna go to the sign
with
off.
7.
We won 7.
We
Team
won?
Josh
Obviously.
with 5.
Oh, we actually. Oh,
Wow.
we handily won. Well,
By
there we
2
go.
points.
Yeah, there we go.
The elder
By 2.
statesman of PDQ, once again, successful.
Good job.
Thank everyone for tuning in while we wipe the floor with these suckers, these secondhand IT professionals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just remember, you're the first to lose. You're always one.
PDQ.com. I'm victorious again, Jordan.
Yes, and I'm also victorious for the first time, Brig. First time in my life. So happy.
I'm Tara.
We gotta let them win sometimes.
That's right.
Yeah, Josh.
I'm Glenn.
Thanks for joining our webcast today, I think. Congratulations to Chris H. and Aaron, or Aaron, winners of PDQ swag. Send us your info at webcast@pdq.com. If we did not get to your question, or if you have additional questions, reach out to our support folks. And please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It would make us smile. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you back here next.